Welcome to a news of the day type video that'll break up the previews nicely. I didn't do a jersey video yesterday either because they're not performing greatly, and I thought, you know what, I'll just hold off. I'll just save them for a couple of days, and come back to it because I'm really digging getting the previews done as quickly as I can, get those up, and then we can do the other stuff. And when you look at TSN Sportsnet, you're going to get a lot of interviews with coaches where they're all excited. Travis Green, all excited about the Canucks right now. Can't wait for the summer to be over and training camp to start and yippee-ki-yay and all that other wonderful stuff. But there is some stuff going on. Aiden Hill gets a 1-year, $708K contract. It's a two-way contract, so when he's in the American League, he won't make that much. But when he does get called up, and considering Ronta regularly getting injured, he likely does get called up at some point. Aiden Hill, decent enough number 3 option. Seems to have better numbers at the NHL level and the American Hockey League level. Kind of strange. I wanted to talk a little bit about the summer showcase. So they had the World Juniors Summer Showcase. I watched Canada USA yesterday, and I have to talk about 2 players. Oliver Wahlstrom, who is a prospect with the New York Islanders. Absolutely amazing game by him. Very, very strong in front of the net. He did run the goalie over at some point, and I thought it was kind of interesting that Alexei Gravel, after he runs him over, Gravel kind of gets up and then kind of skates by him and gives him kind of a rabbit punch on the way by, which is, kind of a stay out of my crease kind of thing. He did get a penalty for goalie interference because that's what's going to happen, but I was impressed with his net drive and just with his overall offensive instincts. I think he's going to be in their lineup. I do. And Cole Caulfield. When the Montreal Canadiens got him, they got a steal. Whether it was his size that made him drop, that's the rumor. It was his size made him drop in the draft. This guy's a pure sniper. Goaltender again, Gravel. Was down on one knee. There was one spot just over the goaltender's shoulder where you could put it just like a 2-inch opening, and Caulfield did it. And of course, Craig Button, who was doing the color commentary, said, well, Gravel's got to stand up there. If he stands up, then there's nothing to shoot at. However, only a sniper like Caulfield could hit that spot. So his sniping ability is there. There is still that school of thought that he's not going to be NHL ready right out of the gate, but the scoring is there. And if the scoring is there, and Montreal, a team that definitely needs scorers, they can figure this out, right? Now, of course, Kyle Dubas was at this with Mike Babcock. And, of course, he gets asked about Marner. And what I thought was interesting was now he's saying that he's hopeful Marner gets signed before training camp. So we have gone from, I'll get it done. Last summer, when they bring in Tavares, we're keeping everybody and everything's going to be great. And don't worry, I got no problems. And now, clearly, there's a divide between the team and the player. And while there's a lot of people going, the player's just being really greedy, I don't see how that's true. If you're at a job and you're doing the same job as your coworker, and he's making $25 an hour, and your boss comes to you and says, hey, here you go, we're going to offer you $17 an hour, your answer is going to be, well, that's not really fair to me because look what you gave him. So if that's what's going on, and if this is a matter of, again, the team going, hey, we want control for 8 years, and he's going, no, I'm going to give you 5 because Matthews is giving you 5, then I understand it from both sides. I understand Toronto wanting to keep things under their control and wanting to keep it from costs blowing up on them. But at the same time, I get it from Marner's point. I really do. Linus Ullmark signs a 1-year, $1.325 million extension with Buffalo. And we'll see how things go this year for he and Carter Hutton in the nets for the Buffalo Sabres. So they don't have an overly expensive duo in net, but you get the feeling that they're just keeping things warm for that other Finnish goaltender that is coming up in the minors. Ken Holland also talked yesterday, and there seems to be some confusion about whether or not Puljujarvi is talking about playing in Europe. When I talked about it yesterday in the preview, there were some people like, hey, he's not talking about, he doesn't mean that. Yeah, he does. Ken Holland basically said he needs to trade Puljujarvi, or the best thing for him may be staying at home in Finland for a year. So the Oilers have kind of resigned themselves to, hey, if we can get a great deal for this guy, awesome. If we can't, oh well, he can play at home. And that seems to be Ken Holland's perspective. The other thing that I thought was interesting was he talked about needing to get more guys to get more competition for jobs in training camp. A GM doesn't talk like that if he's happy with his roster. A general manager that knows who his top 22 guys are that are going to make the roster's top 23, that are going to be there opening night, he doesn't talk about, I need to bring more guys in to create more competition. Holland understands that this is going to be a big job and it's going to take a lot of work. So I was impressed with the way he talked and with his candor. And I'm sorry, but if Puljujarvi's playing hardball here, he's probably doing it with the wrong general manager. So we'll see how things turn out for the Oilers and for Puljujarvi. But if he stays home, it might be best for everybody. Just stay home, cool off, get better, as in get your game better, and then come back and play. On the I can't believe I'm reading this level of things, this is a 10 out of 10. Peter Chiarelli. Apparently he's been interviewed for the Minnesota Wild GM job. So we're talking about Fenton not being able to make good trades and issues he's had with head office, front office, and you're going to bring in Chiarelli, who the Boston Bruins couldn't wait to fire. There were rumors that Boston wanted to fire Chiarelli a year before they did. Cam Neely wasn't getting along with him at all. And, of course, the Oilers unceremoniously dumped him last season due to a number of moves he'd made there as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting if the Minnesota Wild go in that direction. I just thought it was worthy of note because when there was rumors Chiarelli might be joining the Canucks, everybody got a good chuckle out of that. Now his name's being connected to the Minnesota Wild. He's going to get a job in the NHL. He is going to end up in an organization somewhere. I'm going to say this. For all the slings and arrows that get thrown at Peter Chiarelli, I get you may not want him to be the guy calling the shots when it comes to making trades, but he's decent enough in a hockey organization in a secondary role. It's just if he gets a GM job again, look out. That could get really, really interesting really, really fast. So, if it does happen, I'm going to apologize to Minnesota Wild fans now for the way people would talk about the team and its organization and its management and all that stuff, because that just goes with Chiarelli. But anyways, there you go. Sort of a news of the day type thing. I understand it's August 4th, so everybody's out partying. We've got 3 more days until we go to Vegas, so I've got a lot more time to put more content together for you guys. Because on the 7th, when we're on our way to Vegas, other than your standard morning videos before we leave, and then a video when we get there, you're probably not going to see or hear a whole lot from me. So, yeah, there you go. Happy Sunday, everybody, and there's your news of the day. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching and for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.